Alright, got something a little bit different today. Excuse my voice, I've developed a little bit of a cold. This is my Crosman 2240. Not a whole lot's been upgraded on it. I've got the light and trigger spring on it. I polished up the band, the barrel band. This is a custom barrel shroud, homemade. I'll explain how to do that probably in another video, but this is a Nighthawk finger lamp for working. It's actually super bright. Nighthawk makes headlamps for cars and that. I'm sure most of you know that, but that's a really, really bright light. It's very small, long battery life, pretty tough. And this laser actually is adjustable. It's made by Centerpoint. I think they're actually just a branch of Crosman, but yeah, it's a Centerpoint. This is a press on and off switch, but it actually has a squeeze pad that comes with it. Obviously most lasers do, but just to clarify that. I actually had to spin the laser itself upside down in the mounts that it was in to properly sight this in, just to get it to go over top of my shroud, the laser cleanly. And to sight this in because it's obviously mounted inverted and it was meant to be mounted under the barrel or on a bottom type rail here. So what we've got here is a little setup I came up with. I've removed the rear sight and replaced it with a piece of RIS rail that I had around. Worked pretty well. I've got a spacer underneath there. I don't know if you can see that. But it's completely flat and it's sighted and very, very solid. It's really on there. Like, I've had it bang around in my bag lots of times. I've dropped it, all kinds of stuff. It's pretty solid, and I've got lots of pieces of the rail left, so it's kind of a nice solution to a laser sight if that's what you want to roll with. I use this thing for ratting, and contrary to a lot of people's beliefs about this stuff. Yes, I do understand that animals are afraid of red and orange and bright colors like that naturally, but yes, I'm not going to resort to a green laser. It'd be the same thing either way. The point that I'm trying to make is that rats and small animals that I do use this for, like squirrels, rats, I've had a few of them behave a little bit strangely, been sort of confused, but I've never had one run or immediately leave due to the fact that I use a laser sight. It's very, very accurate and it's very convenient for that type of shooting. So that's what I use it for. But what this video is about is we're going to match up this system I've got here with some new ammunition that I've created. I'm sure you've seen some other types of this on YouTube, but this is my take on it. Exploding pellets. You can see on the right there we've got one that's filled. It's not a very good clear picture there, but one that's filled and then a standard hollow point there with nothing in it. Now we're going to fire a group on the left hand side. We've got over here some hard plastic. It's from a case of some kind, but it's about 1/8 of an inch thick hard plastic. It's really nice and hard, but it's a box. With some white paper behind it to the other side to tell us what the expansion was like with the regular hollow points and the explosive. We're going to shoot this left side with the standard hollow points, and then this side with the exploding tips, and see what kind of results we get and exits we get. It actually was from a box of chocolates. So yeah, shows you what you can do when you recycle. These dots here are just from shoot and see targets, and the circle was just, I put a roll of electrical tape there and just filled it in with a Sharpie. So yeah, so we're going to test out a couple of them, and we'll start out with the standard hollow points with nothing inside them. Just zoom in a little bit here. And just to be clear, we're using Crosman Premier hollow points in 22 cal. And the caps are just regular dollar store brand caps. I've used a couple of different brands. They really don't make very much of a difference. Some of them say that they make a louder bang or whatever, but the powder's all the same. It's just a regular Armstrong mix. So enjoy. We're going to start with the left hand side. Fire, I think we're going to do 5 shots on the left side and 5 shots on the right side. Okay, so enjoy. Also, these shots are being made from about 20 to 25 feet, or about 23 feet away. It's gun sighted in exactly 25. So we're starting with the Crosman Premier Hollow points with nothing in the first 5 rounds. Sorry about that, just firing a small load there. Okay, here we go. Alright, not too bad, sort of what I expected. And 5 rounds with the explosives. Just going to go a little wider here just so we can see the different holes. And one more. Alrighty, now let's expect the damage here. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty clear. Here's 4 shots. There's a shoot and see behind there, just to make this a little bit clearer. Those are the holes from the front with the standard pellets. Got a couple of double hits here, but nothing really crazy. That's a single hole with the hollow point right there. And pretty significant expansion. That's one hole. You can actually see the first hole through there being a close light. That's the hole, and there's it out coming out on the other side. I can actually smell the cat powder. Things a little smart face. So yeah, that's 4 shots all together here. That's right directly from the front, just so you can see that this is not like wild ricochets or anything like that. They're kind of going through fairly straight. And then here we've got the exploding ones,
and those are all 4 separate hits. So there you can see what one of them looks like. It's by itself, and here or here gives you an example. So just back it up. You know, that to that, or that, or that, or that. So they all look kind of a lot more damage. Now here's the impressive part. Here's the standard hollow points by themselves. That's their exit holes. Pretty impressive. And then there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the exploding ones, and then here's where it gets kind of, as you can see, it's a lot more damage. There's just, it's pretty night and day, really. I mean, look at that size of that from a 22. That's definitely not the size of a 22, it's about the size of the tip of my thumb. So, as well as this one, all very, very large. So, you know, does this turn your 22 cal into a firearm, or the equivalent of a firearm? No. Does it add extra killing power for, you know, rats and other varmints, or vermin, sorry, not varmints, vermin that you might be trying to take down with a 500 foot per second gun that you know, you're not entirely confident with the knockdown power of? Sure, it increases the firepower quite a bit. That's one round that was packed really nice and tight. Some of them pack a little bit differently than others. You have to remember this. And that, I mean, it just doesn't compare. This, try and get this on camera here. That is a hollow point that came straight through. That was just a standard hollow point by itself. Exit wound after going through one piece of plastic, and then this is after going through a second piece of plastic. So it had a decent amount of expansion compared to the tip of my finger. And then you've got this one, and that's just one shot. That's not two, because these are the other holes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A big nasty one for the 5th one, and the 5th one is got, you know, I mean, you can see the clean hole in front of it, so you know this isn't just one, or this isn't actually 2 shots. It is just one. There's the hole right there by itself, right through there. So the evidence speaks for itself. These exploding rounds definitely mess shit up. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you decide to build a couple of these yourself, I'm not responsible for anything you do. Blah, 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 blah. Standard disclaimer. I don't know if this is legal where you live. I don't know if this is legal where I live. Check with your local laws and have fun. Thanks for watching.